Kevin's not here.
Kevin's not here.
Kevin's not here.
Kevin's not here. Kevin's not here.
Kevin's not here.
Kevin's not here. Kevin's not here.
Kevin's not here. Kevin's not here.
What?
As a lot of you know by now, we lost another true icon, Catherine O'Hara. Catherine unexpectedly died near the end of last month. Catherine's many friends, those who worked with, and those who know her from her talent on Home Alone, Nightmare Before Christmas, Beetlejuice, and amongst all her fans, including me, will miss her splendid talent and her great sense of humor. Thank you, Catherine. We love you so much. Happy Valentine's Day and Friday the 13th to you too, where we make love to the dead. Ah! Almost as fun as watching the Super Bowl with the Seattle Hawks versus the New England Patriots, or Bad Bunny's halftime performance, or even after the Grammys after their 54-year tenure with CBS. Hey Trevor, shut the hell up. We get the point about live television. Lucky you have no cue cards because you're not on a tight budget. Ha! We know why CBS pays you though. Well, we'll talk later about that, but first, these stories. Calling all Humongous Games fans, do you remember backyard sports? Well, you're in luck, because they got their very own special on YouTube. Not only that, all of our favorite backyard sports games are finally revamped and available to play on PlayStation and Nintendo Switch, which is no better way of saying,
oh, friends, there is no problem here today because we just jumped to a new generation of digital gaming, which is why we're on Windows 98.
In addition, we just heard that one of the kids, Pablo Sanchez, is now Wilson Sporting Goods' newest sponsored athlete. We take you live to an annual press conference exclusive on YouTube, where we meet up with Pablo to see what it's like to be the new sponsor for this ad. And boy, he only has one answer to say for each question. Let's take a look.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen of the press, thank you so much for being here on this momentous occasion. With this signature, it is my pleasure to announce Pablo Sanchez is Wilson Sporting Goods' newest sponsored athlete. I'll take a few questions from the press here. Yes, sir.
Pablo, congrats on joining the Wilson family. Is it everything you thought it would be?
See.
Sure.
Pablo, what's it like to finally be a part of the Wilson family? Is there any more news coming?
See.
Great. Got time for one more question.
What more can we expect from this partnership, Pablo? Apparel, merchandise, sporting equipment, more?
See.
That's all the time we have today. Pablo actually has games to play. So thank you all for being here. As Pablo said, there's much more news to come, so stay tuned.
Really, Pablo? That's all you gotta say? You just gotta say C to every single question? Like, do we really want to know? I would have heard more curious questions from the press. Questions that might sound like,
hey Pablo, do you think Kamala Harris would have been better as president rather than Trump?
See.
Hey Pablo, is it okay to prohibit a crack cocaine addiction for my kids at the age of 5?
See.
Great. Got time for one more question.
Pablo, do you like it when ICE takes over your country? You're sending your people back to Venezuela and putting them in a jail shelter? And do you think you're really an alien?
That's all the time we have today. Pablo actually has games to play.
So if you haven't seen the animated special, make sure you check out the description below. Or you can check out my athlete status right now. Really? Hey, since Valentine's Day is tomorrow, I thought it'd be a perfect time to make some love. But not right now because I don't have a girlfriend yet. But as you know, I am ready to single Domingo. To help me prepare for my future engagement, I thought it would be a perfect time to make love to some of my celebrity crushes. Stars that are currently on the uprise in the market. Starting up, we have Scarlett Johansson. Now I know she's currently married to Colin Jost from Weekend Update, but come on, let's just face it, for you becoming a movie star, and to have your husband make fun of you multiple times, you never learn about fraternity, have you? And by the way, fix your voice. You sound like a boy. Sydney Sweeney. Hey, weren't you currently engaged to Gwen Powell? But hey, I know you're the broke shields because of the American Eagle ad, but did you hear the Trump administration caught your attention and wants you to work as one of the new members of his administration? I'm staying away from this girl because she's gonna get in big trouble for that. And you know how the president's gonna make an affair with her. Mikey Madison, look, I love it when you host SNL last year. But when I rewatched it, it looks like you didn't want to talk about Nora. Your cold opening and monologues are pretty short. Please. Oh, wait a minute. I think SNL has been having more concerns about time management. Look, someone needs to give this girl a lie detector test to prove that she doesn't want to talk about Nora anymore after her Oscar win. Ana de Armas? Cuban girls are cute though. McKenna Grace? Oh, actually she's already taken. Turns out my classmate John has got a big celebrity crush on you. So good luck to you and John with the matchmaking. I was gonna add Aubrey Plaza to the list, but I actually rejected her because I thought the blonde one was better. But turns out this is what just happened to her. Elle or Dakota Fanning? Well, I cannot tell which is which, but I know one of you is way cuter, and but I don't want to take average of dating a twin because I don't want to ruin the spirit of being a twin. Take the average from Mary-Kate and Ashley because you know why. Natasha Lyonne? Oh, she's got a croaky voice, I forgot. But she's just a cheerleader. Anya Taylor-Joy? Wait, hold on. I thought you were Jamie Lynn Spears. Am I? Do I need to get my eyes checked? Oh, I see now. Anna, I'm sorry. Anya. I thought you were Jamie. Let me set that away from now on. Okay. But there are a lot of other stars that I feel like they've been already taken. Look, Margot Robbie, aside from the Barbie movie, she's already a stereotype. Emily Blunt, Gosling got her ticket. Elizabeth Banks, she fell in love with a whammy. Jeanette McCurdy, man, I just love you as Sam from iCarly. But look at you now. Now you stepped away from acting, you became something else. Even with your miniature confetti cannon, I'd rather back away from. What have you been doing lately? Partying alone? Okay, let's take a look at some more women. No, I don't know that one. Nope. Not sure about that one. Looks familiar. Chloe Feynman? We might have a match. Hilary Duff. Oh my god, I know you since you were Lizzie McGuire on Disney Channel. And I heard you were a rock star before, and now you're returning to the stage after 20 years. But here's my average, I'm not dating someone who's turning to be a rock star wannabe after stepping away from all the music biz, so good luck with that. And finally, Florence Pugh. Is she hotter than Sabrina Carpenter?
That was unbelievable! Wait, hang on, take your turn. Go on, give it a go.
Bye-bye. Mr. Beast recently appeared on Wire as part of being their most provocative interview ever. where he reviews some weird Google searches from people like us to have some interesting questions about Mr. Beast himself. Some of us were just too eager to know the truth about him.
I'm Mr. Beast, and this is the Wired Autocomplete interview. Let's see what weird things you guys Google about me. Are Mr. Beast games scripted? Are Mr. Beast games scripted? Why are we Googling this? No, they are not. Oh my gosh, I spend so many millions of dollars to make my videos where I don't have to do that kind of stuff where, all right, here, brace yourselves. Here's the deal. In most giant competition shows, what they would do is, like if you're a contestant, most shows would have a camera guy or woman walk up to you and film you, and then a story producer stand behind the camera and be like, hey, we need you to say these lines, or you're kind of the villain, or you're the good guy, or whatever. The camera guy would film you for 5-10 minutes, done. Go to the next person, next person. That's how they film it. What we do, like in Beast Games, for example, we had 1,000 contestants, more than any show in history, and we put a camera rolling 24/7 in front of all of them so they can just be themselves, right? Which is why we actually have the literal Guinness World Record for most cameras ever used in a single production. And the reason why shows don't do that is because I had to set up 1,000 cameras, which is millions of dollars. We actually broke the world record for most cables ran in a single production for cameras, which is millions of dollars. I had to set up a control room, which is millions of dollars. And then the downstream effects, because you have 1,000 cameras recording, you now have millions upon millions of dollars in storage. I had petabytes on petabytes of footage. I mean, you're talking 1,000 cameras running for hours upon hours upon hours, day after day, filming all these contestants. And then the downstream effect is I then have to hire over 130 editors to shift through the footage, and we're editing for so long compared to any other competition show. And it's millions of dollars every step of the way, and it's so much effort. But the reason we do that is because unlike other shows, I don't have to go, hey, this is your 10-minute filming window, say these lines, all right, we're good. I can just leave the cameras running. And we spend all this money on infrastructure so we can just capture the contestants being the contestants, them being themselves, right? And I don't have to fake anything. That's the kind of stuff that people don't see and they don't understand, but that's what you feel. And that's why I think partially why people gravitate towards our videos, because they can tell they're authentic and they can tell it's not scripted like normal reality shows, but they can't put it to words if you ask them. And in my opinion, this is why. It's because we go infinitely above and beyond 100x what anyone else would. So contestants can just be themselves, and we're recording all the time. And then we can just show an actual true reflection of what happened and not have to craft things in a short window.
You raise a good point, fake a real celebrity millionaire wacko. Let's just pass on that. Alright, it's time for some more honorable mentions. Hannah Montana just turned 20 this year. Here she is right now with her new alter ego look. How did she get this, may I ask? Well, after her series finale on Disney Channel, she decided to head back to the countryside to work on a farm. And then a couple years later, she saw an ad in the newspaper looking for new contestants to be on a new drag competition. And then she finally comes to this look, and boom, Hannah Montana's back in action for good. Let's hope Gaga doesn't steal her spot. Dude, are you really a real Marvel character? It's been 30 years since Al Roker was hired to do the forecast on Today. We've seen you all day. You were fat once. You were on the road having fun, chasing down parade floats. You're not the new Gumball, aren't you? SNL just celebrated their 1,000th episode, yay! But it wasn't that exciting. Therefore, no cake was baked in the commemoration on Weekend Update. Jack in the Box just turned 75 this year. No Trump administrators were used in the making of these ads. Survivor has now reached their 50th season. That is like every freaking 3 seasons in 1 year, though. You know what that means. Jeff, since you are torturing most of the contestants in your show, and suspending them, and leaving them vote off of your island, I'm gonna get back at you. I'm gonna get you, Jeff. Foreshadow to what we predict to the host of Total Drama Island, Cartoon Network. About to get his revenge. As mentioned earlier, after the 68 Grammys from earlier this month, they're officially saying goodbye to their old home, CBS, after 54 years. That meant they'll be transferring to their new home, ABC, for a 10-year broadcasting deal. Hold up a second. Wasn't there another award ceremony that used to be on ABC? Wasn't it the Emmys? Weren't they recently transferred to CBS last year?
Yeah, that's tough. And the kids are going to take it.
I thought so. This is weird to me. First you have one award show that's been home to a parent company for so long, and then another rival network has bought the contract and has been transferred to this home. That same thing goes to that rival network who's been leaving that home for so long that now got transferred to another rival network, making it their home now. It's like now these two award shows have been switching places from now on. It's worth monkeys making. Well, anyway, since the Grammys are now home to ABC, they might be making some changes to the trophy. And finally, in a related story to this parent company, Disney has introduced their newest CEO, Josh Tomorow. Interesting. If Disney could have come up with a new name for Karen, it would have been Josh, or as his other pronoun, James. But as we say goodbye to our old CEO, I just want to say, bye Bob. That's it for this week's B.R.A.N Weekly. If you want to see the reference I just talked about in this episode, like the links in the description below. Or check out the social medias as well. Check out this info button right here to see what else I've been doing from last week.
Now talk hands-free anywhere, anytime.
And also subscribe so you don't miss anything. And that's all I gotta have for you. So I'll see you guys then. Peace.
Shortly after this episode was finished, James Vanderbeek passed away. We're gonna miss our favorite ugly cry-face boy from Dawson's Creek. Rest in peace, James. We love you so much.